we'll start on our sample project. Our sample project is to create a business process that will take an employee number, go to the database, verify if the employee number exists in the database, and bring the city name, and check on the whether web service, which is from outside. We didn't build that web service. Check if it's and bring the weather result for the that city for the employee. So let's start. We are saying this will be based on the client request. We're saying selecting the data type is to be Java. It's a string. The name of this is the input emp ID. Okay, this is the only information we need. Now we are receiving this information from the client request. Now let's create an view, an internal variable to store this information. We'll say it's emp ID. Okay, here we can define its default value. We don't have default value for that. Okay, we are done in this part. We can use the transformation if we are using in different type of schemas from Excel and we'll create now a web service that will take this employee ID and bring the city name and the employee name, the information required from the database. First, let's create a subfolder for putting all the web services inside it. It's just organizing issue, but it's easier for the work. And here we just say new web service. The name of the web service will be emp data, supposedly. Here we add the method we need. Let's say the method get emp info. Okay, now we have this. We just click here and we put the information we need to send and get. Let's say string ID, and we expect from this to return for us string, which is the city name. For getting the information from the database, now we're going to create a connection database, make select statement to take the information based on the ID we get. This can be done in many ways. We will use the simple way, even if this is not the best practice, just to put the code here. Maybe we need to put another class, but for example we'll use everything here. So to get connected to the database, we already created a data source previously. Here we just drag it here. Okay, we now go now to the source. Here we can see a connection, the data source. We can use this data source. We need to create a connection to the database. Let's say 1 equal ps1, sorry, ps1 dot get connection. Here just press alt enter to import this out here star, because we can use many things. Now we have to put this in try catch part, and the code will look like this. I will create the SQL statements, will select and return the form. After changing the code, it will look like this. In this way we can get the city name from employee table based on the ID. To be able to use this web service in our business process, we have to go to the web service and asking for generating service control, and this service control can be dragged just on this side, and it's become one of the controls that we can use. Now we here need just to use this method, we just drag this here, the same name, double click. We are going to use this method required this information to be sent to it. We already defined this in the previous, and the output from this method is, we know it will be the city, so we create a variable and we call it city name, that we'll use this in the future to forward this information to our with a web service that we can. Now here, if we gonna change some code or add some validations or rules, just put here, but we normally just not changing the shadow text. We put here, suppose we're gonna print something in the console, calling info, say after, and we put the same here for the shadow. We try to avoid to change the shadow. And this, our web service is ready, so we can now test our web service. So to test it, just we press here to start. Now it's being deployed, and we can now put here the number of employee, client request. Here we can see if there's some exception happened while we are executing. Here you can go down, and it looks it's not working well, so we go in here. See, there's an exception. Yes, okay, we are using imp ID, but it should be imp number. What we're gonna do is easy. We're going to web service here and change our SQL this, and just going back and run it again. It's better if we going here and right click and rebuilding our project from here. It will be enabled on your side. Okay. Just once this finished, you can right click here and build, and this will be changed on. So after checking, the code must look like this. Was some mistake in the code, so it will look like this. And when we do run, we must make sure that we are selecting the process here. Okay. Query for this, and click on this part. We see this is the number, this is the output command, and the debug we are putting after calling 2 times.